All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Yahawah been a true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI been a true name of his only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of Yasha, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations unto you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel on their father's side by blood. And I wanted to do a quick lesson, dealing with the end of Second Esdras, because even on top of that, just thinking about the chapter in itself, which I don't want to get, divert too much, but it speaks about pretty much our people in a nutshell. As you read this chapter, it seems like as if it's talking about another nation, or bringing in a new nation, or the actual heathen or Gentiles, but it's speaking about us coming out of that Gentile state. All right. And when you get down to the latter end of the chapter, just reading this the other day, and it just kind of hit me how I perceived, how Esdras was admired at what he saw. So this is 2 Esdras 2:44. It says, "So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord." And it was that very last part that really stuck out to me, and I'll read it once again. "Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord." Now, he wasn't really speaking about, look at the crowns that they have, the palms that they receive, in which, palms represents rejoicings or joy or triumphant, a victory in a sense. But it was more so of what they had received it for, which was the hardship, the endurance, all right, confessing the name. Why is it such a huge deal confessing the name? Because the world don't accept the name of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, all right? They don't accept that, okay? The ones who do accept it are the elect, are the ones who the Lord has opened up their minds to receive that name, all right, and understand that that name is the true name of the Heavenly Father, being Yahawah, and his only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, okay? Now, these right here was the 144,000, the same ones you read about in Revelation, the 7th chapter, all right, that had the white robes on. These are the men who out there on the highways and the byways and laboring and teaching the word through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, spreading the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. All right. In a sense, being on the front line. Okay. Because there are some who are friends of prophets, and some, of course, you have the women and you have the children who will also receive salvation. All right, but you have those who stood stiffly for the name, in a sense of being out there, making their bodies a living sacrifice. All right. And of course, Lord willing, we be of that number. Okay. Now, going back to it, just him admiring it, from my perception, as if he knew. All right. Well, even him, the visions that he was receiving. All right, the times that he was in, during the Babylonian period, he seen the things going on with our people. All right, with The Babylonian Empire, us being in captivity over there, it's the same as how we are over here, man. Okay? It's just as one of us being in this captivity and receiving a vision of the Lord of the near future, man, in the very near future, because we are at the end of this, all right, and seeing the elect, all right, seeing 144,000 receive their reward, man, for standing stiffly, okay, and it goes to show you serving YAHAWASHI is not going to be an easy road. Standing stiff for the name is not. Well, the scriptures even show us. All right. Man, Acts 5. Let's see. Acts 5:29. Salakia. I'm trying not to get the whole thing. Yep. Here we go. This is Acts chapter 5, and man, I'm gonna just through the Spirit, I'm gonna get it. This is Acts chapter 5, in verse 34. It says, "Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles, Salakia, put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men." Why? We'll get why they, was aggressive towards them, I'll say. "For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain in all, as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel be Salakia, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High." Right, and that's the difference between this truth that the Lord this truth that the Lord is spreading across the four corners of the earth versus Judaism, Islam, Christianity, the different forms that come in, and any other of these religions that have been spread throughout the earth. Salakia. It's the fact that it's of the Most High. All right, there is no coming to naught. It's going to do exactly what it was said. It was said it's going to do. It was going to spread to the four corners of the earth, and then the end will come. All right, and by way of its doing that is what? By this internet. All right, the Lord already planned all of this out for the internet to be created, for the word to be spread across the four corners of the earth, so the elect can receive it. All right. And 144,000, the men of the Lord, the prophets, can be out there prophesying throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? Verse 40, it says, "And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahawashi, and let them go." Right? They didn't say don't speak at all. They didn't say y'all better give up y'all belief. They told them not to speak in the name. All right, because that's where the power is at, man. Because who else are we supposed to call on? Okay, as it said, they stood so stiffly for the name. Because you calling in the name, you're going against the world at that point. Okay, because the world is calling on Jesus. The world is calling on Yeshua. All right, and whatever other names that they have for the Most High and His Son. Right. Verse 41, it says, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. So they was actually in good spirits that they got, that they suffered for the name. All right. Because it's for the sake of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to teach and preach YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. So there you have it, man. All right. They stood stiffly for the name. That's, hey, through the spirit of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, you know, we stand stiffly for the name. And Lord willing, we allowed to remain to do so. Okay. Because the scriptures say what? You know, matter of fact, I'll get it and we'll end it on that. Hey, that's the spirit. This gospel shall be preached to all of the world for witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's not the one I want, but that was beautiful. Call on BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Where are we at with it? I know it's in here. Yep. Oh, call Lord BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It's the previous verse. All right. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and get both of them. We'll end it out. This is Matthew 24:13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? And this gospel of the kingdom shall not be, Salakia, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come, man. All right. So what Ezra has saw was after all of this, after the victory, okay, after everything was over and done with, after they prophesied, after the end had came, that's when the reward comes, man. But it starts with what? Standing stiffly for the name, standing stiffly for this truth, to being defenders of the gospel. All right, watching brothers' videos dealing with the Nate situation. You know, even a vocab as well is these people, well, more so vocab. I will, you know, I will say vocab. They pick and choose what they want to go over, you know, versus us through the spirit of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Anything that opposes the gospel, we got to speak on, okay? Whether they're Israelite or whether they're a heathen or whatever the case is, because it's standing stiffly for the name's sake. All right, because the Lord told us, hey, whom much is given, much is required. Okay, and that we will be defenders for the gospel. So when people put heresies and lies out there against the scriptures, it's up to us to defend the gospel and get the truth of the matter, give the sense. All right. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure unto the end. And once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH. Shalom.